Hello, BookTube. I have a little mail for you. Not much, but we'll see. We'll see if there's anything truly remarkable. I did an errand today. Went out into the world today and had lunch and walked around a bit and intensely missed my little puppy. But it was neat. It was boiling hot and soppingly humid. But okay, this first one is from Europa Editions. They're fantastic. This is due in September. This is Strike Your Heart by Amélie Nothomb, who was born in Japan to Belgian parents in 1967. She lives in Paris. Since her debut on the French literary scene a little more than a decade ago, she has published a novel every year. Her edgy fiction, unconventional thinking, and public persona have combined to transform her into a worldwide literary sensation. Very first time I'm hearing about her. So, is she a worldwide literary sensation where you live? I'd love to hear about it. And let's see, what is the story of this one? Diane is raised by a mother so plagued by jealousy of her own daughter that she is incapable of showing affection. Despite this, Diane grows up to become a brilliant young woman who rejects social expectations. She forges her own path, dismissing suitors and pursuing her dream of becoming a cardiologist. At university, she befriends the assistant professor Olivia. Intelligent and cold, Olivia's ambition and need to feel superior to others drags Diane down to a dark place. Okay, well, it's not long, and it comes out relatively soon. So this is the finished copy. I didn't get an advanced copy of this, I don't think, from Europa. So that's we start off with a slim novel. Let's see what this next one is. That's another novel. Okay, all right, fantastic. This is War of the Wolf by Bernard Cornwell. Is this going to be a Alfred the Great novel, a Viking era England novel? Saxon Tales series. Yes, yeah, this is the beginning of this, and this is another book in the Saxon thing, this interminable Saxon Tales thing. He's just writing the story of early medieval England in fiction. Readers and reviewers alike have embraced the Saxon Tales series and a previously little-known story in the era of Alfred the Great. The desperate, heroic struggle of Alfred, the only king ever to have the Great appended to his name, against the seemingly invincible Vikings. And while Uhtred might have regained his family's fortress, it seems that a peaceful life is not to be, as he's under threat from both an old enemy and a new foe. The old enemy comes from Wessex, where a dynastic struggle will determine who will be the next king. The new foe is Skoll, a Norseman whose ambition to be king of Northumbria and who leads a frightening army of wolf warriors, men who fight half-crazed and believe themselves to be wolves. Uhtred, believing he is cursed, must fend off one enemy while trying to destroy the other. In this new chapter of the Saxon Tales, a rousing adventure of courage, treachery, duty, devotion, majesty, love, and battle as seen through the eyes of a warrior straddling two worlds, Uhtred returns to fight once again for the destiny of England. Okay, well, this comes out in early October. I have sort of let the last few Saxon Tales just sort of wash off me. I think I will correct that and dig into this one and see what it does for me. Then we've got this thing here. It feels kind of heavy. Could be a finished copy of something. Oh, it is. Oh, lovely. Oh, my. Okay, so we have historical fiction back-to-back. I think we saw the advanced copy of this. This also comes out in early September. Absolutely gorgeous thing. Good Lord. This is by Signe Pike, and it is The Lost Queen. Big, thick historical novel. In The Lost Queen, the spellbinding first novel of a debut trilogy. How's that for starting off? Lovely. And ambitious, too. Signe Pike reveals the untold story of Langorith, a forgotten queen of 6th century Scotland and her twin sister of the man who inspired the legend of Merlin. Already being compared with Outlander, Camelot, and the Mists of Avalon, this extremely deeply researched tale conjures Arthurian myth as it has never been told before, from the perspective of a smart, strong, and powerful woman who helped to shape one of our most enduring legends, yet has been all but erased from history by those who sought to destroy her. Okay. All right, Arthurian legend has been, to put it mildly, has been told many times from the viewpoint of a strong, smart, spirited woman, but not this particular woman. So I can't wait. This is going to be one of those books, even though it's a novel, I shouldn't do it. But I'm still going to go to the back and immediately assess the historical work the author's done. I shouldn't do that. I should just start the book and let it work whatever spell it's going to work on me. An engrossing story of bravery, divided loyalties, and conflicted love, The Lost Queen has everything a reader could want in a big, bold novel. No gigantic killer sharks? I'm betting. Courage in battle, enchantment, a changing society at war with itself, smoldering passion, treachery and betrayal, and beautiful writing about the natural world. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Well, this has comes with a Q&A with the author and a bunch of advanced blurbs. Signy Pike is the author of the travel memoir Fairy Tale and has researched and written about Celtic history and folklore for more than a decade. A former book editor, she lives in Charleston, South Carolina, where she writes full-time. So, fantastic. Fantastic. This is right around the corner, and I haven't got to it. I had the advanced copy, and I haven't got to it. That's terrible. August just seems to be taking all of my time and energy. That sounds so wimpy. That shouldn't be true, but it has been so far. But now I have the finished copy of this. It's almost the middle of August. It's only going to be another week, another 7 full days before I start to think about changing that top bookshelf, about assessing what is and is not still possible for August books, moving them all off there, and then moving all the September books up, organizing them, culling the doubles, prioritizing them, according to week by week by week, and also according to what I definitely want to write about. It's right around the corner. All right, so what have we got here? Oh, gross. Packing list. I don't want a packing list. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. I asked for this from the good people at the University of Chicago Press, and they actually did. No wonder it has a packing list. I had to go to the warehouse for it. This is an older book that they reprinted in a lovely edition this year, I think, that I just didn't have. They just didn't. Yeah, it was reprinted in this edition this year. It's Desmond Morris's Owl. I'm a big fan of owls, and a big fan of owl literature. And I missed this completely. Just went right by me. And it came out a few years ago. It came out in 2010 or 11. But this is the very pretty University of Chicago new edition of it. And I will gobble this right up right away. This is already out, so I will do this right away tonight, in fact. And then we have this last one here. Another finished copy. Oh, okay. Well, this is by Rowan Hooper, who is the managing editor of New Scientist magazine, where he has spent more than 10 years writing about all aspects of science. And it is a review copy, not for resale, subtitled "Life at the Extremes of Our Capacity." So this is all going to be about the elasticity and maybe the upper limits of human physiology, even though you wouldn't be able to tell it from the title. But nevertheless, we've seen before that there seems to be a fad of review copy not for resale as the title of a book. Doesn't tell you much. But what do we got here? From evolutionary biologist Rowan Hooper, an awe-inspiring look at the extremes of human ability and what they tell us about our own potential. In 1997, Giannis Kouros ran 188 miles in 24 hours. Akira Haraguchi, a 60-year-old man in Tokyo, can recite pi to the 100,000th decimal point. John Nunn was accepted to Oxford at the age of 15, the youngest undergraduate in 500 years. After a horrific attack by her estranged husband, Carmen Tarleton was left with burns over 80% of her body. One of her surgeons said her injuries were beyond anything we've ever seen. After 3 months in a coma, multiple skin grafts, and successful face transplant, Tarleton is now a motivational speaker. What does it feel like to be exceptional? And what does it take to get there? Why can some people achieve greatness when others can't, no matter how hard they try? Evolutionary biologist Rowan Hooper takes us on a breathtaking tour of the peaks of human achievement that show us what it feels like to be extraordinary and what it takes to get there. It's going to be kind of tricky here. I'm assuming this author seems really smart, so he'll probably avoid it. The thing you want to avoid in a book like this is professional sports. you want to avoid any kind of upper limits of human ability or resilience or capacity as reflected in professional sports, because one scandal after another in the last 10 years has shown that every professional sport of any kind is rife with blood doping, hidden enzymes and hormones. The people who seem extraordinary in almost all of those endeavors, here we go, hang on, are actually one by one in every event revealed to be on drugs, revealed to be chemically enhanced, unethically enhanced. So what you want to do is talk about the upper limits in other ways. I don't know how you would go about that. It's a very wide-ranging subject. Can't wait to... I don't think I ever got the advanced copy of this. I can't wait to dig in. When does this come out? This comes out early September. Okay, so I can dig in right away. I wonder what kinds of things we're going to be talking about in here. I'd be willing to bet that some of the headings here will apply to me. And a couple of other people that I know. There's one for language and memory. There you go, right there, right out of the bat. Singing, running, no. Longevity, no. Resilience, I have my pain threshold is it's just been warped out of all perception. So it takes a lot to make me say ow. Oh no, there's a category for sleeping. All right, there you go. So in the category for sleeping, I am going to come up, not by name, but there have been many studies done where my name is anonymized, and in order to create a sort of upper barracks for sleep, for human sleep, for oddities of human sleep patterns. Well, fantastic. All right. So that's it. That is our books for today. So we have review copy not for resale by Rowan Hooper. We have The Lost Queen by Signe Pike, a debut novel and a debut trilogy. A big, ambitious historical trilogy. How's that for fun? Then War of the Wolf by Bernard Cornwell, the latest in his Saxon Tales novels. Owl by the great Desmond Morris, the author of The Naked Ape. And Strike Your Heart by Amelie Nothomb. I don't know her name, and yet the pub sheet says that she's an international literary sensation. So you'll have to tell me about her. But that's not bad as a little mail haul. I could have expected. I would have liked more books, but I'll take this definitely. So that does it for now. But I'll see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.